All right, welcome to this week's Goddess Guidance. And whew, this has been a fast year already, right? It's like the end of April, and somehow we're here. I feel like it should still be like February, but it's not, clearly. And we are finally out of Mercury retrograde, but we're in the post shadow phase. And some would say we're still in eclipse season. I don't really understand eclipse season like that, only because I'm like, well, there's one in the fall and one in the spring. So aren't we kind of always in an eclipse season, right? From spring to fall and fall to spring. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's kind of what I'm thinking. Um, anyways, but yeah, and there's some transit stuff happening astrologically. I know that's more of Sydney's thing, but I do know Venus is in Taurus, so it's all about not just luxuries but value and worth, and taking things easy, slowing down. Probably what I need to do so I can get my words together. But slowing down, taking things one day at a time, taking things one step at a time, one breath at a time, and just allowing ourselves some grace. Okay, stop, smell the roses, appreciate the beauty that is around you, allowing yourself to open up to the energy of luxury and abundance and opulence, which is one of my favorite words. I like opulence. Ew. Of course, I'm a Libra, so I'm Venus rules. So of course, I like opulence. I mean, who doesn't? But and then Mars has gone into Aries. So Mars in Aries is also about taking action. It's very driven, very motivated, very ambitious. It can sometimes like act first, think later. And so, therefore, that's why it's important for us to slow things down, to breathe, and just be more mindful and cognizant of the direction that we are going in so that we can build stability, we can build security, we can have that foundation of safety holding us as we move forward. And so it's also kind of cool because Mars being in Aries and Venus being in Taurus is literally the divine masculine and the divine feminine, because both planets are at home in those signs that they rule over. So Aries is ruled by air, or Aries is ruled by Mars, and then Venus is technically ruled by Libra, but also Taurus. So I'm not going to throw any shade on that because my son is a Taurus, I'm a Libra, so we have a very Venusian household, which is pretty chill. I love it. He was an easy kid to raise because I wasn't about to do all that hooting and hollering and stuff. You're gonna sit down, okay? you gonna sit down and you're gonna do whatever you need to be doing, okay? As a kid, just calm down. Be a kid, enjoy yourself, okay? Don't try to adult too fast. It's overrated and it's a little ghetto. All right. So, with that being said, tonight's message I find to be very timely. And as we move through this new season of spring, of Taurus, retrogrades, eclipse, all this stuff, okay, taking time to ourselves just to check in, see where we are, bring some ease and grace into it. Spirit wants to let you know that all is well, okay? The message tonight comes from the goddess Artemis, and she not only serves as a guardian for us, but also reminds us of the guardians that we have that surround us. So that can look like guardian angels, our ancestors, loved ones, pets that have crossed over on the other side. It could also be those in our physical realm, the earth angels that we've been sent, friends, family, your community, any kind of support structures or systems that you have in place that help you to feel safe, that help you to feel secure, that help you feel like you can be your real self, your authentic self, because we can be safe and feel safe and desire safety on multiple levels. Our spiritual self desires safety so that we can access the higher wisdom, the guidance of our higher self and beyond. Mental safety is like being able to share your intellectualism, your thoughts, your beliefs freely without judgment. And then emotional safety, that kind of is a given, but emotional safety where there's trust, there's honesty, there's vulnerability, there's acceptance, there's love, there's joy, happiness, and support. And then physical safety, obviously, is the structures of your home. And also physical safety. I don't know if you pack in like that, but that is one. You want, but or you like to pay somebody. But also, this to me, the physical safety part is not about being in a space of defensiveness, but knowing that you are safe. Your presence here in this world, regardless and despite what has happened or what may be going on in the collective or the people even around you, your path, your life, your presence in this world is safe and spiritually protected. And so Artemis says you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. And Miss Artemis, a little bit about her energy, is that she is the bow and arrow as a talisman that helps us to focus her thoughts, or helps her to focus her thoughts and intentions while she reaches the mark of her manifestations. Okay, she helps us to concentrate and to focus. So that's very Mars and Aries and Taurus and Venus energy, but also Mercury going direct energy. And she also offers protection to all those who call upon her, particularly women and children. Well, thank Goddess, okay? Because it's wild out here. So, let's see, anything else about her? Nope. Okay. So let's take a moment just to check in with your physical surroundings. Okay, mentally you're at home or in the car or work, some space, and just take a moment to look around you and take in the safety, all right, of the space that you're in. Allow yourself to settle in eventually by taking in your surroundings and then taking in a few rounds of breath. Deep breath in through the nose, expanding the belly, the heart space, the mind. Your crown is on and lit. And then as you exhale, opening the mouth, releasing an audible sigh. Repeating that breath once again, inhaling deeply, fully, holding at the top for just a moment. And exhale, releasing an audible sigh out the mouth. Repeating that one more time as you begin to close your eyes gently if you have not done so already. Inhaling. Exhaling. Just taking a moment to slow down. Closing any mental tabs that you may have open. One by one, just closing those tabs, closing those browser windows. Maybe shutting down the whole system. Turning down the volume of anything that may be calling for your awareness or your attention. The energy around you, just dialing it down a notch. As if there's a volume control or a dimmer switch. Taking ownership of the space that you're in. Allowing the energy around you to just settle. Placing everything else aside for just this moment. Giving yourself permission to be here in this moment, in this space. Taking ownership of your space. Just seeing how still, how quiet, how present you can become in this moment. There's no need to force yourself to get there, but just setting that intention and allowing that intention to lead you, taking your hand, guiding you there to that space, quiet, stillness, settling into ease and grace. And just noticing the ebb and flow of your breath, allowing it to become smoother. Seeing if you can allow the breath to deepen. As you scan your body from head to toe, from your crown, all the way down to your toes. Slowly moving through the body. And just inviting any areas of tension, any areas calling for your attention, to just soften. Just breathe. Just relax. As the energy around you begins to settle, to quiet. As the energy within you begins to settle and become more quiet. See if you can deepen the breath. Feeling the breath initiate and settle as you breathe in and out. Extending the breath from low belly all the way up to the crown of your head. Back down again on the exhale. Taking a moment just to be here now. Accepting all that is in this moment. Whether you find yourself in stillness, you're still accessing it. Just breathe. No pressure. Nothing else to do, nowhere else to be, here now. Noticing the breath. Coming back to the body. Noticing the body. And then when you're ready, shifting your awareness to the thoughts, the feelings that you may have, receiving today's message of safety, knowing that you are protected and safe. Maybe you affirm to yourself, I am safe. Whatever has happened in my past, I allow to be, I accept. And regardless of what has happened, I am safe now. And then when you're ready, taking a moment to connect to the energies of the divine feminine. How does that show up for you? When you hear the words divine feminine, what comes up for you? How do you see that energy? Feel it, sense it, identify it, or perceive it? Allowing that energy, that perception you have of the divine feminine to come together, to be held, a beautiful golden ball of light above you, bright, vibrant, golden orb of light above you, holding the essence, the frequency, vibration of the divine feminine, however you identify that. And then when you're ready, you'll allow that essence held within this beautiful golden orb of light above your head to pour down into you, activating your crown, your remembrance, your sovereignty. Allow it to flow down into the headspace, the mind, feeling it saturate your hair, glaze over your face, flow down through the throat, across the shoulder blade, collarbone, into the shoulders, down your arms, into your hands and your fingertips. Allow that divine feminine essence, however you identify that, flow down into the heart space, breathing in and breathing out. Allow it to flow down the back, down to the solar plexus, down into the low back, and the low belly. Allow it to fill your entire womb space. Fill this divine feminine essence, filling your ovaries, your fallopian tubes, your uterus, cervix, the opening of your sacred space, your body. Breathing in, breathing out, allowing this healing light, this energy, to awaken that divine feminine essence within you. To remember that you came here to embody this. So allow it to continue to flow down to the legs, then to the feet, to your toes, and down into the earth, as if you're growing roots down into the earth, feeling yourself becoming tethered into the core of Mother Earth. Maybe the center of the earth looks like a divine womb that you return to. Maybe it looks like paradise. Maybe you just find yourself feeling nice and comfortable there within the earth. Maybe it looks like a beautiful crystal or diamond core that you can anchor and tether into. And just notice what that feels like. To root down into that essence. As the divine feminine energies from above pour into you, through you, receiving from above, grounding into the earth down below. When you're ready, I want you to notice, feel, sense, imagine that from the core, center, the womb of Mother Earth, an energy of vitality, of vibrance, begins to flow upwards. And as this energy reaches the soles of your feet, you allow it to come up through the body, up into the heart space, down and out through the arms, hands, and fingertips. So you're just channeling energy from above and below. And not only is the divine feminine energy pouring herself into you, but you're also drawing up, receiving the nourishment that you need from below, embodying heaven and earth, becoming heaven on earth. Feeling yourself suspended between the two. The divine feminine above and below. What is it that you wish to receive? What is it that you would like to experience so that you can create a greater sense of safety and stability. To secure a strong foundation for your future to build upon. And know that you are not on this journey alone. Angels watch over you. Ascended masters watch over you. Loved ones that have crossed over watch over you. Even your pets on the other side are watching over you. You, as well as your loved ones, are safe and protected. There is no need to worry. The worst is now behind you. Relax. Know that you are safe. Allow any fears, worries, or concerns to be soothed and comforted. Allowing the energies of the Divine Mother, the Divine Feminine above you and below you start to expand through you, encompassing you, encapsulating you in a vibrant, beautiful force field of light all around you. Taking the moment to just sense the seal of protection around your space, around your body. See if you can sense the edge of this above you, below you, the left and the right, behind you and in front of you. Can you feel or sense, imagine yourself held within this comforting, nourishing, tender, caring space, a loving, soft, nurturing space that surrounds you. You are held with unconditional love in this space. The flawless protection of heaven above and here, the third dimension on earth has been activated for you. The Divine Feminine, Divine Mother asks you to ease your mind of all cares, of all worries, all concerns. There is no need to worry, stress, struggle. For angels are watching over you and your loved ones. Can you see that? Imagine that. Angels watching over your home. The protective Divine Mother watching over your home. your ancestors, loved ones, pets on the other side watching over your home, watching over your car, your workspace. They stand guard around the homes, your family and friends and loved ones. Even the path before you. They are watching over you, guiding you. Can you feel that presence? Can you see your loved ones being guarded by angels, their homes being guarded by angels? Relaxing, knowing that your future is safe and secure. You are divinely guided. And from this space, you allow yourself to be resourced, calling in all that you need from Source so that your needs are met. What is it that would comfort you right now? Bring you peace of mind? What would help to settle your emotions right now? What would help you to feel like your future is bright? Taking a deep breath and just letting your body, your energy settle into that. Your needs being met. Your future, your dreams, your desires, your path, your mission, your purpose, held in safety and protection. Freeing yourself from what no longer serves you. As your future is filled with beauty, with grace. You want for nothing. But your deepest desires and intentions, those are needs that are being met right now. Your desires being met, your intentions being met. It's part of your soul fulfillment. Allow yourself to receive divine assistance, divine intervention, the blessings, the gifts that are being bestowed upon you right now. See if you can expand your capacity to receive. Knowing that as you allow yourself to open up and receive even more, even greater, better, that whatever does not resonate with that simply falls away. No stress, no strife. natural, smooth transition. Seeing all that you've been through that has caused disappointment, heartache, or heartbreak behind you. Maybe you turn around to face the past and just say, I see you. That version of yourself. I see you. I love you. And then turning towards your future. The path is in front of you. Maybe you don't see all the steps just yet. And that's okay. Sometimes paths twist and turn. Sometimes they go up, sometimes they go down. But know and trust that there is an abundance of beauty, love, grace, ease, all along the way, supporting you in your divine purpose, whatever that may be. You don't need to even know that you are being guided in the direction. Fate, destiny will step in divine timing. Listen to your inner wisdom, for she is your guide. When it's time to take action, you will know to do so. When it's time to rest, allow yourself to do so. In the meantime, just slow down for a moment. Relax. Just breathe. And whenever you're ready, come back from your meditative journey. Taking a few rounds of breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling audibly through the mouth. You're ready, bringing some awareness back to the body by wiggling your toes and your fingertips, allowing that movement to expand throughout the body, coming into the wrists, the ankles, the shoulders, hips. Maybe just moving in some nice circles, loosening things up a little bit. Stretching through the neck. However, any organic movement feels good to you, and giving yourself a hug, maybe a little massage, just to bring some pleasure into the body. Allowing your body to remember what pleasure feels like. What some TLC feels like, and opening your eyes as you gracefully come back into this moment. All right. Well, that was pretty nice. There's one thing I like to do, it's slow down and chill. um, and yeah, so let's see. The collective message. Well, it came up earlier, so I'll go with it. So tonight's message was Guardian, knowing that you are safe, you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. But you can also honor any physical protection that you may have, such as your home, uh, vehicle, all the spaces and places that hold you in safety, the people that hold you in safety, um, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, whatever, financial even, okay, your job. Um, but yeah, job, partner, savings account, whatever. And then, where was I going with that? Okay, well, I don't remember where I was going with that. So, but just remember it. The collective message. Oh, we're talking about safety, obviously, but physical safety and stuff. Okay, this is where I got lost. So, for instance, for me, one thing that I definitely appreciate is the divine masculine energy around me. Such as, my father checking in when he's here visiting, him, my son, even my sister's boyfriend. If it's dark outside, something like that, we got to go get something out the car or run, want to run an errand, they'll do it for us. My son, even the other day, I thought it was cute because he saw that my sister and I were both, I hostess. She kind of sucked me in, but I saw a hostess at a sports bar that she manages. And y'all are ever in Midtown, come see us at Wicked Wolf. But anyways, aside from that, I'm there on Friday, Saturday nights, okay? But aside from that, I also appreciate, like I said, my son, he said that he saw on my sister's story there was a packed house or something. And so he sent me a text. He was like, "You good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's working." Why? He was like, "Oh," he was like, "Well, I just want to make sure you and Emo is aunt in Korean. So my son calls her Emo. He doesn't know auntie or TT, nothing like that. But he calls her Emo. He said, like, "Oh, I was just making sure you and you and Emo were safe, and y'all were good, because I saw it was real busy and packed there or whatever." And I'm like, okay, sweet young man. He's 22. He's gonna be 23 on Cinco de Mayo on Sunday. And I'm like, "You're all the way in college in New York." Not New York. I don't even know why I said that. He's in North Carolina. But anyways, I don't know what he thought he was going to do if there was something that popped off, here in Atlanta, because he's 3 hours away. His car's in the shop. but I thought it was sweet for him to check in. I think because also he knows that sometimes my sister gets a little lit while she's on the job. I'm on a sober journey, 21 days in. Today will be 22, and not that I had a addiction or anything like that. My father did. He was sober. He's been sober for like 20 some years now, but I just quit because I'm like, just being in a bar environment, I didn't want that to become like a consistent thing. Because I'd walk in, myself like, you want a shot? I'm like, and after a couple weeks, I'm like, okay, But and I have some goals that I'm trying to achieve, or that I am achieving by a certain deadline. So this year, so I'm just like, let me shift where I'm, what do I value? Like we talked about Venus moving into Taurus, right? Is all about what you value, what you feel worthy of, and not what you feel worthy of from like a place of low self-esteem or low self-worth, but it's like, you deserve to have your dreams come true. You deserve to feel good about yourself, to feel good about your life and the people that are in it. Okay. Feel good about what you're doing, and how you contribute maybe to the collective. And it doesn't have to be a big contribution, and we're not all Oprahs and Deepak Chopras and all that sort. Oh, that kind of rhyme. Well, not, we don't have to be all like that, but I mean, just being a good friend, someone that listens, or offering a hug, a smile, helping people out here and there. Those little things really do matter. And other people probably value them and value you more than you may even realize. Okay. So with that being said, I didn't open some tabs, y'all, and I forgot where I was on this. My brain is just right now. But anyways, so yes, the things that you value. I was talking about the drinking thing. Oh, Taurus values self-worth. Okay. But also being headstrong, right? Keeping your head in the game, knowing or doing the things that you need to do to stay focused, whether that is taking action or resting. Okay. Because resting can be productive. You can't keep going 24/7 in that masculine Mars Aries energy, because you will burn out. They get burned out. Okay. That's masculine energy. They get burned out from it. So we are definitely going to get burned out if we don't allow ourselves to come back and rest. All right. To balance our energies. And that segues into the original message that I got for the collective, which is about self-care. And in that space of self-care, right, knowing that you're safe and protected, we're talking about in meditation, right? As we close meditation, just bringing some pleasure to your body. So Venus is also about pleasure, and Mars is also about pleasure. Okay, it's about the little sexual pleasure, but it's about pleasure. Okay, but either way, pleasure helps to, the reason why self-care is so big right now and such a buzzword in multiple communities is because not only is there a spiritual aspect, an energetic aspect to it, there's also a scientific aspect to it. And what happens is, when we've gone through periods where we have felt unsafe, we've maybe felt like violated, or boundaries have been crossed, or we've been taken advantage of, things like that, our mind adapts to those situations. And that is how we hold those imprints, those memories, those energies within our body. And then when something else in the future, right, at a later date happens that reminds us of that, our body or brain actually has a reference point, and it's like, oh, wait, this seems familiar. Hold on. And what will happen is it'll respond in a way, your mind will respond in a way and influence probably also obviously your body, right? We call that fight or flight. But your body will also respond to the signals from your brain, the communication from your brain, and you'll end up going into a space of fight, right? If something traumatic has happened in your past, and something now currently a separate situation, or maybe even a similar situation, right? Same person, it could be the same situation, the same cycle, but regardless, your body is like, oh, I remember this, but at the time, I wasn't able to maybe stand up for myself, right? I wasn't able to defend myself, protect myself. And so what happens is you might go into a fight response, okay? Or depending on the situation, if you don't feel like you can fight, you might go into a flight response. You want to remove yourself or remove that person. You may go into fawn, where you just kind of collapse and give up and just surrender and be like, well, this is what it is, okay? And we're not doing that shit no more, period. Okay, so if you know better, you do better. I just told you, so now you know. Okay, you can make more conscious decisions in the future. And I bring that up to say, to offset pain, to offset trauma, disappointments, heartaches, things like that, we have to balance it out. Such a Libra, right? We got to balance it out. And to balance that out, we have to allow ourselves to experience pleasure. Okay, that is where self-care comes in. And we haven't been taught this, but you're being taught now. Okay, so that is where self-care comes in, doing the things that make you feel good. Why? Because it helps to reset the structures on a physical level and on an energetic level, neurologically, really. It's neuroscience, but so if you want the spiritual aspect, you want the scientific aspect, I got you. Okay. If you like facts or you want some woo stuff, I got you. So what happens is when you allow yourself to experience pleasure, whether that's through other people, through experiences, through dance, through food, through being at home and just chilling, whatever gives you pleasure, do more of that to offset the pain that you might have experienced over here, the moments where you didn't feel safe. Implement structures that make you feel safe, because you deserve it. Okay, you've been through enough, you deserve it, period. And so offsetting that, doing whatever it is that you need to do to help reassure your body, your heart, your mind, your soul, that you are safe. Okay, and when we declare safety, it doesn't have to be from a place of fear. We can just affirm that I'm safe, right? Because it doesn't have to be a physical thing. And if you have been through anything physically that has made you feel unsafe, then I extend my heart to you. Ooh, I got emotional there, y'all. But yes, I do extend my heart to you, because I have friends of mine who talk about experiences that are completely horrific and they still show up with beautiful energy, with a smile on their face, and I have no freaking idea how they do it. Okay. Do they have trauma and fears? Yes, but they still, to me, are just this beautiful creature, this beautiful being, as a female, as a woman. And so I do extend that to you, and may you give yourself some grace in your healing process. And part of extending yourself grace is to take the necessary steps to assure your safety, whether that's just through affirmations or putting up some hater blockers, okay, shining your brightest light and letting everything else fall into the shadows where it needs to be. Or just making sure you do other things to create safe structures of safety in your physical world. So I don't know, if you got like you done gave us ex some good and now they stalking you or something, put like a little ring thing on your door or something, right? Okay, so whatever the situation is, however you want to go about that. If there were any times in your life where you felt unsafe, how can you now care for that aspect of who you were that didn't feel unsafe? What does she need? Okay, what does she need that she wasn't given then? How can you give that to yourself now to feel comforted, to feel soothed, to heal, to grow, to outgrow, and to prosper? Okay, and I wish that for you during this season and your life in general, right? Because once again, I value you, and you're worth it. So